So every tax season, I watch business owners leave money on the table. And it's the same three mistakes every single time. The frustrating part, every single one of them is completely avoidable. If you run a small business, fixing these three mistakes will make tax season a lot calmer, a lot less stressful, and it might actually save you some real money. Mistake number one, waiting until March or April to look at your numbers. So most business owners don't look at their finances all year long. Then suddenly it's tax season and they're scrambling to find receipts, reconstruct transactions, and figure out what they actually earned. The problem with that, when you're rushing, you miss deductions, expenses you could have claimed simply disappear because you can't find the paperwork or the receipt. A calm, organized business checks their numbers at least once a month, not once a year in a panic. Even 20 minutes a month makes a huge difference come April. Mistake number two, mixing business and personal spending. I see this a lot. Many of my clients will have 4 or 5 different credit cards and they're mixing business expenses and personal expenses. When it comes to myself, when I'm preparing a tax return, that takes a lot of time, which essentially equals a bigger bill for you from me. It also is hard to track what's actually deductible. I had a client last year who spent hours going through 18 months of mixed transactions, trying to separate everything, and that's time they didn't really have. One of the simplest things you can do, open a dedicated business account and a dedicated business credit card and use it exclusively for business. That's it. It doesn't have to be complicated. Mistake number three, ignoring CRA installment reminders. So a lot of business owners get installment reminders from CRA and they set them aside, out of sight, out of mind. But here's the thing. Those installments are based on previous year's income, and ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It leads to penalties and interest that can add up faster than you'd expect. So for example, let's say you ended up owing about $3,000 in tax and you didn't make installments during the year, that could equal about $300 in extra interest that you need to pay. Now, let's say the amount is larger. Let's say it's $15,000. So the interest alone can be around $1,500, and CRA can even add additional penalties on top of that. So ignoring installments can turn a tax bill into something much bigger than it needs to be. If your income has dropped significantly in the year, there are options. You may be able to adjust those installment payments, but you need to deal with it, not ignore it. So the goal isn't just to survive tax season. It's to run a business that feels calm and organized all year long. So when April comes, you are ready. Small systems and small habits make a huge difference. Monthly check-ins, a separate account, and staying on top of CRA notices. That's all it really takes to get ahead of most of them. If you want help building those systems, I've put together a free monthly finance checklist for small business owners. It takes about 20 minutes a month, and it keeps you from ever being in scramble mode again. Link is in the description below. I post videos every week. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.